Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on Google Ads. I'm going to walk you through building your very first campaign, step by step, so you can finally start using the world's most powerful search engine to grow your business. Just think about this for a second. How incredible would it be to show up in front of a customer at the exact moment they're looking for what you sell? Well, that's the absolute magic of Google Ads, and it's what makes it one of the most effective advertising tools on the entire planet. So here's our game plan. We've broken this whole thing down into 5 easy stages. First, we'll talk about why Google Ads is such a big deal. Then, we'll get our hands dirty laying the foundation with your account and keywords. After that, we'll actually build the campaign, write a killer ad, and finally, get you all set for launch. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. Why should you even bother with Google Ads? What's the secret sauce here? It really boils down to one word: intent. See, unlike social media ads that kind of just interrupt what you're doing, Google search ads connect you with people who are already on a mission. They have a need, they're typing it into the search bar, and you get to be the solution. You're not trying to create demand, you're capturing it.
All right, let's get into the practical stuff. The foundation of any great campaign is a rock-solid account setup and, of course, choosing the right keywords. So let's start there. Getting your account set up the right way is absolutely critical. So first, you're going to head over to ads.google.com. Now listen closely, because this next part is the most important tip I can give you. Immediately switch to expert mode. This gives you total control and helps you avoid all the oversimplified, less effective settings. Then, and this is our little trick, choose to create an account without a campaign. This lets us build everything from a clean slate. Just confirm your details and boom, you're in.
Okay, so before we can build a single thing, we have to talk about keywords. These are the absolute bedrock of your entire campaign. Just think of them as the bridge connecting what someone is searching for to the perfect ad you want them to see.
So, where do you find these magical keywords? Well, Google actually gives you a fantastic and free tool called the Keyword Planner. All you have to do is go to Discover New Keywords, pop in a few ideas related to your business, maybe something like flower delivery, set your target location and language, and just let Google do all the heavy lifting for you. And this is a little peek at what you'll get back. See that column for average monthly searches? That tells you exactly how popular a search term is. And just look at the huge difference one tiny word makes. Flower shop gets thousands of searches, but add the word the in front and it drops way down. This data right here is pure gold when you're building out your keyword list. All right, now that we have our keywords picked out, it's time to actually build the campaign structure. This is where we set our budget, tell Google how we want to spend our money, and lock in our targeting. Let's talk money. For a starting point, a daily budget of about $10 is a great baseline. This gives the campaign enough juice to start gathering data and learning what works. And remember, you can change this at any time. You are never, ever locked in. Next up is the bidding strategy. Now, Google has a bunch of options, but for beginners, maximize clicks is absolutely the way to go. It's super simple. It just tells Google, hey, get me the most possible clicks for my budget. We'll save all the more advanced stuff for another day. But wait, this brings up a really important question. If you tell Google to just get you clicks, what stops it from spending your entire $10 budget on one super expensive click? That wouldn't be very good, would it? And that's where this crucial next step comes in. You have to set a maximum cost per click, or a max CPC bid limit. This is your safety net. It tells Google, get me as many clicks as you can, but do not, under any circumstances, pay more than this amount for a single click. So based on our earlier research, maybe $1.50 is a smart place to start. Here's a quick but super important checklist for your settings. First, under networks, you're going to uncheck the display network. Trust me on this. You want your ads showing up on Google search where people are actively looking, not on some random website. This keeps your budget focused. Then, of course, set your specific location and the languages your customers actually speak. Okay, we have officially built the engine of our campaign. Now it's time for the fun part, building the car itself, the actual ad that people are going to see and, hopefully, click on. So, a modern Google ad has 3 main parts. You've got the final URL, which is just the page you want people to land on. Then there are the headlines, that's the big, clickable blue text. And finally, the descriptions, which is the text right below. You'll actually provide a bunch of options for headlines and descriptions, and Google's AI will automatically mix and match them to find the highest performing combinations. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you only remember one thing about writing your ad, please let it be this. You have got to include your main keywords directly in your headlines. When someone searches for flower delivery and your ad's headline says fast flower delivery, Google sees that as super relevant. This boosts your ad's quality score, which can get you a better ad position for less money. It's a total win-win. And here's a little pro tip that makes a huge difference. Ad extensions. Think of these as free upgrades for your ad. They let you add extra bits of information, which makes your ad physically bigger and way more noticeable on the search results page. And that can seriously boost your click-through rate. Let's just look at two of the most popular ones. Site links are basically extra links that can take people to specific pages on your website, like a page for birthday flowers or your contact us page. Callouts, on the other hand, are short, punchy phrases that highlight what makes you awesome, like same-day delivery or 20% discount. You should definitely use both. We are on the home stretch. You've done all the hard work, and now it's time to finally push the launch button and know exactly what to look for right after you do. Okay, the last few steps are super straightforward. First, you'll need to add your billing info. Google does require a credit card on file. Then, just give everything one final look over. Your budget, your keywords, your ad, and if it all looks good, go ahead and hit publish. And just like that, congratulations, your first campaign is officially live. But what if you launch and you hear crickets? If your ads aren't getting any views or clicks, please do not panic. The number one most common reason this happens to beginners is that your max CPC bid is just a little too low to compete. So the very first thing to try is just bumping it up a little bit and see if that gets the engine running. And that's a wrap. We've gone through the whole process, from the initial idea all the way to launch. So now the only real question left is for you. Thinking about your own business, what's the very first keyword you're going to target?